This is a movie review for Wolf, 1994, um, with Jack Nicholson and Michelle Pfeiffer and James Spader, directed by Mike Nichols. Um, this is a decent movie. Didn't think it was, incredible. I thought it was okay. It's probably a little too long. Um, so publisher Will Randall becomes a what he thinks he's a wolf. Um, and has to fight to keep his job. So yeah, so in the beginning he's driving his car like in the middle of nowhere in the snow. I think he's in Vermont or something, and he hits a wolf. He gets out to move the body, and then the wolf bites his hand. He then goes back to I think he's in New York City, and the next day he goes and gets a rabies shot. He's also getting fired from his job being and replaced with James Spader, who I think was the marketing lead guy for his. He's like a publishing house, and he was the lead editor, Nicholson, and he's getting fired and demoted. He can like stay on to do something else, but he doesn't really want to. But he starts to like he can smell like things like he smells this guy walking by him that he's been drinking before his work. And the guy's like, how'd you know that? He's like, you could smell it a mile away. He is he starts to he can like hear people's conversations from far away. um he starts to like grow more hair, and basically like it's giving him like energy and power. He says he hasn't felt this good in like 20 years or something. And Richard Jenkins is in this too. Good actor. Um and basically he's angry at James Spader because he's taking his job because the company got bought out by like this billionaire who is played by Christopher Plummer. So really good cast. I think Mike Nichols directed The Graduate. Yeah. Pretty good director, The Birdcage. Regarding Henry. Catch 22. Um, Primary Colors. Charlie Wilson's War. Unfortunately, I think he's dead. Yeah, 2014. Yeah. Mike Nichols. But good director. So I'll get into spoilers. So Jack Nicholson, he's angry at James Spader. He kind of concocts this plan to get his job back by basically taking writers from the publishing house and starting his own publishing house with like his secretary and some other people. I think Miles or Niles or whatever from Frasier's in this too. And it actually works. And earlier he discovers that his wife is having an affair with James Spader. He is already kind of becoming wolf-like, and he bites James Spader in the hand. It's kind of funny some of the things that happen in this. Like there's a scene in the bathroom with James Spader that's just hilarious. Let's just say Jack Nicholson marks his territory. And so it works actually. Christopher Plummer demotes James Spader back to his old job, and um, he gives Jack Nicholson a contract to like I think he doubles his money, gives him a contract, makes him the editor in chief. So being the wolf makes you like take way more risks, but I don't know. You can kind of like control people. You can control them, sense their emotions. You're just like more powerful. Um, and Christopher Plummer's daughter is Michelle Pfeiffer. He begins to have an affair with her, and when he's with her, um, I think it's the night he's with her. Oh no! Earlier, he goes out as the wolf. He goes to the zoo, and the police show up with a young what's that guy? He's in Friends. Whatever. One of the guys in Friends is a cop, and he's in it for like 10 seconds. But and then he escapes them. He has one of their handcuffs. He then almost gets robbed by these younger guys, but he ends up I think biting the guy's hand off, and then running away. And then he's with Michelle Pfeiffer in his hotel room, and and then it ends up that his wife, who he's angry at because she had an affair with James Spader, he broke it off with her. She came to the hotel earlier that day to basically beg to come back. He says no. Excuse me. Um, he says no. And and earlier that night he wants her to lock him to like the heater, but she won't do it. And anyways, she stays the night, but his wife ends up being killed. Um, and then the police come to his hotel room. They think he did it. She says he was with her the entire night. And and in the end, I don't know. I'm not sure if it's clear if he killed her or if James Spader did, because then it's revealed that James Spader is turning into a wolf also because he bit him. So so yeah, Richard Jenkins is the detective with his partner. He suspects it's Jack Nicholson, and Jack Nicholson is then at Michelle Pfeiffer's house. It's like a giant estate that Christopher Plummer lives on, but it's a huge estate. They have their own separate house, and she has a barn with horses, and he's locked in there. So she goes back there. James Spader's going to go there to confront them because he was already talking to the cops, and he said that Jack Nicholson confessed the killing of his wife to him, which is a lie. But and he kind of talks about how he's been acting very weird and marking his territory, let's say, on James Spader. Um, but it's just funny because James Spader's eyes, like it's like in this poster, like their eyes are like yellow. They almost look like Anakin Skywalker in the prequels. What happens when he becomes evil? And it's just funny. He's talking to these police, Spader, and it's just obvious something's wrong with him. Like either he's on a bunch of drugs or something, and it's just funny, and they don't even notice it. It's like they just I don't know, it doesn't make any sense. And but Michelle Pfeiffer notices that, and James Spader's like hitting on her at the police office because she was going to give a statement. She then leaves, to go back to Jack Nicholson. James Spader then is going to go confront them. I don't really know why. I mean, I guess to kill them. I don't know. I'm just and then he does, and he ends up killing a couple guards and attacking Jack Nicholson, attacking Michelle Pfeiffer. He scratches Michelle Pfeiffer or bites her, I think, and she has a gun. She pulls it out. She kills James Spader. I think it all gets blamed on Jack Nicholson though, because then the police show up and they're like, "Where's Jack Nicholson?" She just says she doesn't know. She said she was talking to him on the phone and he wanted her to run away with him on a plane. Um, but she said she won't do that. You don't really know what happened to Jack. Um, and in the end, she actually is becoming like a wolfess. So, um, because she can smell that Richard Jenkins had been drinking, and she can hear people from far away, and so yeah, I don't know. It's an okay movie. I didn't think it was amazing, but it's pretty good. Roger Ebert gave it 3 out of. Well, I don't know. Is that a 5 or 4 stars? So the movie contains most of the materials of traditional werewolf movies. Much significance is attached to the full moon, and horses shy away when Jack Nicholson comes near. His sense of smell develops to the point where he can tell that a man had tequila for his breakfast. There is, of course, the obligatory eccentric old scientist with a foreign accent who explained werewolves to Nicholson. Yeah. Was that played by Edward James Olmos? No, no. Okay. It's a different guy. So, so yeah, he gave it three stars. The tone of the movie is steadfastly smart and literate, even in the midst of his transformation. The Nicholson character is capable of sardonic asides as a certain ironic detachment. He does, however, grow more predatory. A similar movie, David Cronenberg's The Fly. Yeah, I think he kind of becomes more of a monster in that though. He's gradually becoming a fly, and Gina Davis as the woman who he loves, in spite in spite of the fact that he's a fly. There was true emotion there and dread. Nicholson's character, on the other hand, seems to enjoy becoming a wolf. He begins to look younger and stronger, and although he fears what he may do and sometimes demands to be locked up, there is a sense that being a wolf is not completely unacceptable to him. Of course, this is strictly my personal opinion. It is better to be a wolf than a fly. Yeah, probably. Like many Nichols movies, the director, Wolf gains by surrounding the story with sharply seen places and details. The publishing house inhabits a classic old architectural landmark with an open atrium, ideal for a wolf who wants to eavesdrop, and other action takes place at the millionaire's estate with its vast lawns and forests, its Gothic main house, and its rambling outbuildings and guest cottages. The atmosphere adds to the effect. It would be difficult to stage a werewolf story in a condo. What is a little amazing is that the movie allegedly cost 70 million. Wow, really? Yeah, that's crazy. It's impossible to figure where the money all went. even given the no doubt substantial above the line salaries. The special effects are efficient but not sensational. The makeup by Rick Baker, yeah, Rick Baker did the makeup, is convincing but wisely limited. Yeah, I agree with that. And the movie looks great, but that doesn't cost a lot of money. What emerges is an effective attempt to place a werewolf story in a incongruous setting with the closely observed details of that setting used to make the story seem more believable. Nicholson is very good with the material. Some of his line readings are balancing acts of savage and the sublime, but this material can only take him and us so far. Yeah, that's true. I'd pretty much agree with this review of it. 70 million, man. Yeah, it's like, where did that go? Nicholson must have got paid tons of money for this. But um it's a pretty good movie. There's some silly stuff like him kind of on all four on, on his hands and feet kind of crawling around like a wolf and jumping around, and it actually looks pretty good, but I don't know, it made me laugh a little bit. Cuz he never like fully transforms into a werewolf like you would see in like uh you know, what is that, American Werewolf in London? Like nothing like that. It's more like just makeup on top of him with more hair and which looks pretty good, but he never fully transforms. But you know, that may have been too much for this. But actually, when I was watching this movie, I was thinking of M Night Shyamalan. I wonder if he likes this movie because, like, if you watch movies like Split or Unbreakable, like it kind of reminds me of this. Like they're superpowers, but it's a little limited. It's a little more down to earth and grounded, and glass. But you know, I mean, even like Signs and stuff, or like X Files, kind of does this too. In fact, there's probably a werewolf episode that's kind of like this in X Files. I just don't remember right now, but um, it's a little more limited. It's more grounded. M Night Shyamalan, like in Split and Unbreakable, I think does that really well. And in Glass, not so much. That was just okay. I really like Split though and Unbreakable, but so yeah, I wonder if he's a fan. Um, but it's a pretty good movie, good performances, really good actors involved. Um, Michelle Pfeiffer's a great actress. She's very good. Nicholson's good. Christopher Plummer's really good. And I like Richard Jenkins a lot. Really good, underrated actor. So, so yeah, I guess that's about it. Solid movie, not amazing. Probably a little too long. And yeah, where did the budget? 70 million. Wow. I mean, what is that in today's money? Like, because this is 1994. Was it like 120 million or more? I don't know. But I'm sure Nicholson got a huge paycheck, so, you know, good for him. But that's about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and that's it.